Hi, this is Kate with Kate's Paper Creations. I want to welcome you to my weekly Simply Beautiful, Beautiful Cards Made Simply video and blog. Today I am going to be combining stamps, ink, and paper to make a very simple card, and then I have a little bonus of a step-up card that I'll show you as well. To make the card that I'm going to show you today, I used the Field of Flowers stamp set. One of the criteria for simple stamping is that you use only one stamp set, inks, and paper. That's it. So that's what you're getting today. Let me show you what I made. I used the Love You Always Specialty Designer Series papers. This particular one, it comes with 3 colors, and this particular color is the Blushing Bride color in that packet. I cut the base card, which I will bring in and we will build it as I show you, is also Blushing Bride. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and to make a top fold A2 greeting card. Then the Designer Series paper is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to just go on flat today because that's the whole idea, is to keep the card as simple as we can and a minimal supplies necessary in order to make it and yet still have a beautiful card. So there's the first layer. This next layer is Basic White Regular. It is cut at 1.5 by 5 1/4, and before I put it on, I am going to stamp it. And I'm going to stamp the flowers from the stamp set, and I am using Rococo Rose for the flowers and the sentiments. I'm going to stamp the flowers on first. Make sure I get it inked well. And I'm putting them up as close to the top of this 1.5 piece as I can. Just like that. And then I am using Just Jade for the stem. And I am going to line it up there as best I can. And there's the stem. So that's that part. Then I am going to go back to the Rococo Rose, and I'm going to stamp the word Always from the stamp set. And I'm keeping it more towards the top so that there's room for the sentiment pieces below. Always. Then the next one is Thinking of You. And the next one is My Friend. Just like that. And then I'm just going to attach this flat to the front of the card as well. And you can go higher, lower, you know, whatever strikes your fancy at the time. I'm going to put mine just a little bit below half. And there's our Simply Beautiful, beautiful card made simply. Now let me share with you how you could step this up. To step it up, here is the card I used. Started with the basics. Again, the same basics that we had for the other card. The Blushing Bride base card. 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Same basic Designer Series paper, which is that Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper, the the Blushing Bride color. This is going to go on flat again as well. So let's do that. There's that. Then for this piece, I used the Ornate Layers, and I used this, oh, there it is, this frame. And I cut it out of the white, just basic white. Next thing I did was stamp the flowers onto a piece of basic white, and I'm cutting them out. I'm fussy cutting them out. And it actually is not too hard to do, and I already cut one of them out, so you don't have to watch me cut them both, but I just kind of went back and forth with my scissors to kind of give it that little bit of a ruffled edge around, you know, so it's kind of following the stems. You're not going to ever get exact because there's too many uneven edges in that, but you just get close, and it's as good or better than a die would ever do. So it's still going to look really, really nice. And so I'm just trying to give you some idea, and it doesn't take that long to do. And there's the flowers. So I laid the flowers, I'm going to bring this back in. I laid the flowers kind of where I wanted them, and they can go up over the edge of the frame. So that gives me some idea where to stamp my stem again. So bring back in the Just Jade. And I didn't want to stamp over the border. So to keep myself from doing that, I'm going to put a piece of sticky note right on the edge of those dots so that my border won't get stamped. I don't know why. It probably isn't a big deal, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, now that I know kind of where I want those, I can slide them off, and I'm going to stamp just like that. And we'll peel that away, and there's the stems. Then I'm going to attach these with dimensionals, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Now I'm going to bring back in the Rococo Rose again, and I'm going to just kind of dry fit that flower there so I know how far over I can go with this. And stamping in those words, bring in the rest of my words. And I can use the dotted border to help me keep it straight and even. Just like that. So that piece is ready to go. And I'm going to attach this piece with dimensionals. Almost got it. Okay, again, you can put this anywhere on your card front that you would choose to. I'll stay with the similar look. And then we'll get a couple more dimensionals on these flowers. We'll put our flowers on. It's okay if they overlap a little bit. It looks just fine. And then one more touch, the pastel pearls that are a part of the Love You Always suite. And I'm going to use the Blushing Bride pearls and just stick a few pearls on to kind of add some brightness to that lovely card. And there it is, all stepped up, ready to go. Isn't it lovely? So you got a little bit of both. The simply beautiful, beautiful card made simply, and a steppin' up card. So if you're one of those more avid stampers, it gives you some ideas for that as well. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you will shop with me in my online store. The link will be in the description below. Thank you.